Hello. Oh yeah, tonight, man. Oh, welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. You know how it is. You know how I do. You know what they do. You know where I at. AT last night set the stage. Like, she went out and did her thing. She helped close the game, which I love to see. She showed it. She showed toughness. Wnba dropped 18 and 10. When everybody said she was washed, people was trying to come for her. All the little the Clarkies, they mad at her. And I told them that she never was going to fit that style of basketball. I told y'all this. But y'all don't know basketball. Y'all just know Clarky. Y'all don't know how play styles and sets and plays fit together. You don't. But shout out to Golden State, man. Golden State's going to be tough. They did well on the road when they played. They did well. They stole one in Indiana. They should have won the Atlanta game, but it was a lot of discrepancies with the foul calls, and Alicia Gray closed them out at the end. So it happens, but they're a very good team. If they could get a superstar there, oh, it's on. It's on. Ball Holler's finna be jumping. It's already jumping. It's jumping like a mug, boy. It's great to see basketball, actually being played and you're watching it. It's beautiful to see. Phoenix, again, like I told people, Phoenix to me is the biggest threat to Minnesota. The Storm, they picked up Tiffany Mitchell. They're a team that play up for their competition or play down to their competition. But second half of the season, I expect them to give Minnesota a run for their money. I expect that. Minnesota needed those games against Chicago. I know people going to look at it like, man, Chicago got a bad record. Minnesota needed to deal with that type of physicality to get them ready. And now let's see what they do now. I expect Minnesota to come out, and after the All-Star break, I see them locking back in. I think they were going through the motions. I think they were too busy trying to think that they won a championship already when they haven't. They got smacked in the mouth. I'm looking for Nafisa to turn it up the second half of the season, which I believe she will. Let's see it. The Minnesota Lynx are gonna be fine. They just gotta play. They gotta get hungry again. Cheryl Reeve, I'm glad she scheduled those games, or not her, but glad the league scheduled them type of games for them to get ready. So now that they'll get ready, we'll see what they're gonna bring to the table. But it's been a great season so far. The number 2 team, I believe, is Phoenix. Like I said, Phoenix, they're gonna get Kai Copper back. They're gonna get Satu back. They're gonna be dangerous, and like I said, they're gonna be a threat to they're gonna be the biggest threat to the Minnesota Lynx to overtake them, which I believe they could. I think Phoenix could win it all this year. They got the recipe. Soon they're gonna put Wnba out there with Satu, AT, Kai, and Momo probably. Momo or possibly Taryn Westbeld. We don't know, but they have versatility. Minnesota, versatility. Phoenix, versatility. You have players who could come in and play a role because they're versatile. They can play the 2, or they could play the 3, they could play the 1. They're very good. I like Monique Okoa Makami because she's been balling. She doesn't get enough respect. I hope people start respecting her. She's very tough. She plays both ends of the floor. She's a point guard that Chicago could have gotten, but Jeff P's ineptitude to be a general manager kind of messed us up. So I'm looking for them to do what they got to do still. I believe Phoenix will be tough. Now, New York Liberty, the New York Liberty, Phoebich has shown that, man, she is a big difference maker. With her being there, she creates a balance for Sabrina and for Stewie. Sabrina has not really had a great start to the season. I know her numbers say otherwise, but she really hasn't. I need to see her do a little more. I need her to not settle for the threes all game. If your shot's off, get to the basket or move the ball. She's done better at playmaking this year. She's made some good playmaking, some great playmaking plays, making the passes, putting the ball on the dime. But at the end of the day, Natasha Cloud has lit a fire under that team. If you allow Natasha Cloud to be Natasha Cloud, bring that energy, bring that toughness, and say, yo, let's get it. Let's get it, Stewie. You got it. You Stewie. Natasha Cloud will make you feel like, even if you're the greatest already, she'll make you think even more that you're the greatest. She'll make you think, man, I'm going to run through this wall. Nobody can stop me. They could be great. They could be great. New York could repeat. Once JJ come back, and if Natasha Cloud is pouring into the team, giving everybody, pushing everybody, playing her game, she don't necessarily have to do it in points. She just got to bring her energy. Izzy the last couple games, this last game she played against Atlanta, they just got Atlanta's number. But Izzy has been okay coming off the bench. She could be better, but she's been okay. She hasn't been real bad. Johannes just got to chill with all the one-legged shots. Shoot your natural three, knock them down, and they'll be fine. Then you got who the other person? Burke. Burke is a Swiss Army knife. So shout out to Burke, man, for being able to play the 5, the 4, and the 3 to help out Sabali. Sabali's gonna be better once JJ come back, because what JJ brings is size, playmaking, and she can shoot and score all 3 levels. So that's something to watch out for. The Liberty are dangerous. They could be dangerous to the Minnesota Lynx as well. Who else we got? Who's next? The Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream have underwhelmed me going into the All-Star break. Until they figure out Alicia Gray's our closer. She's the best player out here. We got to get her the ball. They're not going to win. They're going to struggle. Brianna Jones has been doing well, but her low rebounding numbers, it kind of negates everything she's doing, because if you're a post, you got to be able to rebound the ball. And then not only that, I don't like the way Carl Smeko, how he's been handling Tahina Pow. He's been minimizing her minutes, which is getting frustrating. It's getting real frustrating. I believe in my heart of hearts that I really believe that he's trying to go too JC eccentric and too BG and Brianna eccentric when Ryan's not there. But when Ryan is there, they try to give Ryan the ball way too much when Ryan isn't doing well. Like the game against Indiana, Ryan should have came back in that game. Ryan should have sat out, and they could have won that game. She threw off everything when she got back, because then they tried to implement her back into the offense. And sometimes you just got to let that player sit out real quick to save them from themselves so y'all can grab this W. Now that you've done that, you gals have split with them. So if they get higher in the seed, which I expect them to turn it on in the second half of the season, because everybody's accustomed to each other. CC looks like she's learning that I got to minimize my turnovers and I got to pull my assist up. And they don't really need to put everything around her. They can run the offense through Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, and Aaliyah Boston, and they'll be fine. That's what I think they're going to do more of. So if they catch up to the Atlanta Dream, that tiebreaker is going to hurt the Atlanta Dream because they're tied. So the Atlanta Dream is going to have to win out their other games against other opponents and hope that the Fever lose to some other opponents so they could win the tiebreaker from, I believe, a conference standpoint. So we'll see. Even though the playoffs is 1 through 8, like who has the best records is combined. So I think when these new expansion teams come in, they're gonna go to East and West. You know, which I think will be better. So we can get some more rivalries going. That'll be dope. Who else? I talked on the Valkyrie. Like I said about the Valkyrie, Veronica Burden, man, has been one of the best point guards this year. You know, like I said, Kayla Thornton's in my top 15. I think she's had a great year. Her versatility is what's helping the team. I skipped over the Storm. Damn. No, I talked about the Storm. Well, let me get in depth with the Storm first. The Storm basically to me, they have a problem rebounding. So when they play a team that has a big paint presence, like New York will give them problems. Atlanta will give them big problems. The Sky are going to give them problems because Camilla and Angel, because they have a heavy post game, heavy post presence. Washington just beat them because Washington has a 4 big rotation. That 4 big rotation is just destroying teams. It's making teams tired. So then when it gets to the end of the game, a lot of players don't have it anymore. They tired. You know? And make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. I know I ain't say nothing. You can super chat if you would like. If you want to super chat, you can. If you want to Cash App, that's in the description box. You also can buy some merch in the description box. You can also sign up to the Patreon. I'm going to drop a video on the Patreon as well tonight after I do my Superman review on my other channel. So, but the Storm plays down to their competition a lot. So, like I was saying, they got to play better. They added Tiffany Mitchell, which was a big move because now they got versatility coming off the bench. That's what they were missing to help out Alyssa Clark because Zia Cook, for some reason, Zia Cook has not been able to fit in. I don't know if that's a scheme or sets or the plays, how they're being ran. They're trying to subject her just to being a 3-point shooter, which I don't like. I think Zia ought to work the mid-range and get to the basket. When she does that, she's very tough to beat. And Seattle as a team is tough to beat. So we'll see what they do. Like I was saying about I said that about the Dream, the Fever, like I said, run the offense through Aaliyah Boston, KM, and Natasha Howard. When they get into transition, let Cece run the offense. Try to get a quick bucket in transition. Blend it like Chrissy Sides did last year. Chrissy Sides did it perfectly last year. So that's what I want the Fever to do. And if they put Caitlin in a zone, hide her on defense. Hide her on defense. Make sure the other team doesn't go after her to exploit her not being able to play defense. You know, make sure she don't take logo threes all day. Try to get to the basket. Get downhill because she's very deceptively quick. When she gets into the paint, she can lay it up. She can give a hezzy move, like a little move, a shake, and that'll help her out. You know? Now, what else? Yeah, the Las Vegas Aces. I don't like how their roster is because if anything happens to one of their players, they don't have the versatility to keep moving. The Aces should make the playoffs, but I don't know. But we'll see, because the second half of the season, they could turn up. Jewel, Lloyd, Asia, all of them could just say, oh, yo, you know what time it is? Let's turn it up. Let's play. The Washington Mystics, you live by Slim or you unalive by Slim. Basically, Slim is going to dictate if this team could get to the playoffs or not. Teams are going to play them differently. They're going to load up on they're going to load up on Slim. They're going to take Slim out of the game and then from penetrating. If you slow Slim down and force them into more of a slower paced team, not a high transition team, or you keep them from the paint. If you pack the paint, keep Slim and Suge from getting out there, forcing them to take threes, then you'll be good. Citron is the one who scares me if I'm the opposing team, because as the game goes, she gets better. So if she has a bad first or second quarter, that's normal. She usually turns it up in the third or the fourth quarter. So, you know, that's what I would look for. But Washington has a bench. Their bench is very good. They're deep. So Washington should make the playoffs. They should make the playoffs to me. That's to me. I believe they should make it. They make the playoffs, then they're going to cause some noise. But them being so young, I want to see how they handle when teams game plan against you now. They had a all-star break to know, okay, this is what we got to do. Right? So this is what we got to see from Washington. What they going to do. Right? We'll see. Now, who else do we got? All the bottom feeders. The Sparks, if they can play, I don't trust. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Dang, somebody just crashed, bro. Oh man. Dog, somebody just crashed in front of me, man. They lost control because they was going too fast. And then they just crashed. Oh, man, I hope they good. Dang, that's crazy. That's why you got to slow down, man. I be trying to tell people, you can't be going fast. You can't be going fast, man. That was God, man. That was God. Praise God for real. That's God. Because I could have got hit. Man, that is crazy. That's why I said, y'all got to be careful out here. Like, for real, you could lose your life like that. Man. Bro, I hope he's good. If I didn't have to get to work, I'd have got out the car and made sure he was straight. Dang. But yeah, like, yeah, so like, yeah, I done lost my train of thought, man. Dude just got in an accident. It's crazy. But the Sparks could make a run for it if they buckle down and everybody plays their game. Kelsey Plum, as of late, has been playing a lot better. She's been learning how to pass and score. She had, I think, 20-some the other night. Kia had 19. Azare, I think, had 16 or something. If they can have the formula of moving the ball around and getting everybody acclimated, like if they could get the offense moving with if they can get the offense moving and have a balance between Kelsey Plum, Rakia, De'Erica, and Azare, they're going to be tough. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. Tulip, shout out to Tulip. She's probably going to Tulip probably gonna be like, no, HD, I wouldn't do that. But shout out to Tulip. I would literally gradually bring Cam off the bench. I would bring Cam off the bench because I don't want her to mess up the chemistry that you got going on with Azare, Rakia, De'Erica, and Kelsey Plum. I think it's in a good place now. You know, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be good. So, you know, make sure y'all hit the like button, please. Make sure you hit the like button if you lasted this long on the video. So I think they'll be good. They got rid of Mercedes Russell, which I told people they should have never signed Mercedes Russell. I said this during the offseason. Mercedes Russell is not good. She's very big, but she don't bring you nothing to your team. I would have kept Fago. Fago would have been just right for me. Fago was cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Fago could do everything that she could do. Mercedes just got height on her. So that was a good move. Now the Chicago Sky, we're going to see today what AA is going through. Michaela's fine. Tyler Marsh said in the post game last night, Michaela's going to be fine. They still got to worry. They got to still see what AA is going through. Hopefully AA is not messed up. I hope she's not, because if she is, this is going to mess up her contract in the off season. She's going to get lowballed. She's going to get lowballed anyway because she wasn't put in the top 25 and she didn't get selected to the All-Star game. So this is why I don't like bad GMs, because bad GMs could cost player money. Like, a player could go from having 200 grand in this league, they could have went up to like 300 to 400 grand, but now they've been subjected to fall back to like 90 grand or something. They lost money. Whereas in the NBA, you know, a player could have got like 200 mil, but then he had an injury. Now he got to be lowballed because it's a business. This is why I hate the business. I love the game of basketball. That's a sport, but business is business. So hopefully she's okay. The Chicago Sky, do I think they can make it? They would need the Aces. They would need the Mystics. They would need all these teams to lose in order for them to make it. And I don't know. I think let's just keep pushing Angel. Angel's developing nicely. We just need her to limit the turnovers. She just got to work on the turnovers. Everything else, man, she's a hooper. Angel Reese has shown that she's a hooper. She proved to everybody she's a hooper. So now we can move away from this. Oh, she's just an offensive rebounder. She's tier C. No, she's a tier B to A. That's what she is. She can play. She's a franchise player. Now we just got to put the right guards around her and Miller. We got to stop getting on Miller. It wasn't Miller's fault last night. Miller didn't get going. I told y'all, if you don't get Miller going early, or you get AA going early, you're going to lose them for the rest of the game offensively. That's just how it is. That's why, like my brother Show was saying, shout out to Showtime on Point Sports. Make sure y'all go to his page. Just like he was saying, give the ball to Angel. I can live and unalive by Angel with the ball in her hands. I don't need Bantam trying to do all this. I don't need Nurse trying to do all this. I don't need Becca Allen. Okay? HVL and Maddie, they just not going to work under this guy. He has mentally messed HVL up. Like I said, I wasn't an HVL fan. I've never been a fan of hers. I told y'all I did not want her. But at the same time, I can't blame her, just like I can't blame Michaela. It's not their fault. It's not their fault that the coaching staff, and I'm not just putting this on Tyler Marsh, I'm putting this on the coaching staff, because the assistant coaches are the ones who put the game plan together. They're the ones who make the game plan happen, and now it's like they're non-existent. We don't know what Courtney Parrish does. We don't know what none of them do. I blame all of them for how they've put the rookies in a bad predicament. And I blame Jeff P. I blame Michael Alter, the owner, and Jeff P., the general manager, because this roster is not good. This roster is not good to compete. If you were looking to make the playoffs, then you should have built a better roster. You should have got us a wing, and you should have got us a scorer, a bona fide scorer off the bench. Connecticut Sun, they got some bright spots on their team. I thought Tina Charles would be traded for, or Odada. Like I said, those are two pieces that can help a championship team right now. Bria Hartley as well. I know people don't like Bria Hartley because of the stuff, the tactics she do. Look, Bria Hartley be balling. If I'm a team that's on the cusp of trying to make the playoffs or on the cusp of trying to go far in the playoffs, I'm trading for Bria Hartley. I'm bringing her off my bench. She can facilitate, she can score, and she can defend. So that's what I would do. I would try to get her. You know, I know people don't like her because of the Angel situation, the Rakia, the Gabby Williams. Yeah, she does that. I give you that. But look, she can play. Just like Dylan Brooks. He got his antics, but I would want him on my team because he could play. So if you're a team that's trying to win, I would go get Bria Hartley. Like, I would do that. Tina Charles, I think Tina wants to rest, leave it out. But Odada, Tina Charles, and Bria Hartley could help a championship team now. Or a J.C. Sheldon. You know, a J.C. Sheldon can help a team. Her splits is 50, 40, 90. And she don't really get that many minutes. So I would try to get her coming off the bench on my team. She would be a solid role player. Her, not only her, Bria would be good. Bria would be a good solid starter at the point. Like, seriously, guys, guys and gals, we got to look at this realistically. This is my analysis of the teams. That's how I look at it with them. You know, shout out to Tip Hayes for the Valkyrie. Tip Hayes showed everybody again I'm a baller. She's a hooper. She's always been a hooper. I just don't like her flopping. But outside of that, man, Tip Hayes is amazing. Janelle Salon, amazing. Mo Billings, L.A., Kayla Thornton has really helped them. Timmy Fogg Benley. A lot of people were saying they would bring her off the bench. No, I wouldn't. Not for Golden State. No. Timmy needs to start. And depending on the lineups and how the lineups are being rotated in during situational basketball, during situational parts of the game, then that's when I dictate if, okay, I'm going to have Timmy. Right? Okay, let me see. Did I talk about every team? I think I talked about every team. If I missed a team, let me know in the comment section, and I'll do a live later. I'm going to do a live later talking about some of the teams like I was talking about, what they need to do. There's some games coming on tonight. The Fever, they're going to blow the Sun out. That's easy work. Caitlin should have a breakout game. Every time she see JC, she want to bust her ass. So she should have a breakout game, minimize turnovers. Kelsey Mitchell should be everybody should go off. They should have about 5 players in double figures tonight. So thank y'all for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If y'all do love what you hear, donate to the page, go to the description box, hit that link to the Cash App to donate whatever your heart's desire. You can also super chat, super thanks. We take $1 or $19. If it's $20, go to the Cash App. We got the Patreon, that's for $3. And on my other page, I'm gonna talk about the Superman movie, the things I loved about it, and I love the direction they're going. Make sure that you go to Stars Hoop Central. We had an explosive show yesterday. Go to Stars Hoop Central. Make sure that you also go check out the show I did with Auntie Sess and Rob. Say Less Mean More. Also the Now What show. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure y'all go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Check that out. Check that out. You know, we had a lot of fun on the show. Make sure y'all check that out. And if you're doing the Underdog Sports, make sure you do Prince. Type in Prince's name and you know, his promo code. I believe it's Prince. Make sure y'all go to that. Make sure y'all go to that, man. Support the page, support the brothers, support the sisters, support everybody. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all know the pages, man. Y'all know what's up. Thank y'all for listening. I am out. Deezy.